We are Divine Feminine Alchemy Circle. Our names are Christy, Jessica, Tiffany, and Vilma. Our mission is to provide a sacred space for women to learn, grow, and discover their treasures buried deep within. As ordinary women on this extraordinary spiritual journey, together we discuss all the woo-woo topics that are involved. We sometimes joke that we are embracing our witchy side. As our four friends join together in this mission to grow and serve, we will cover topics from intuition, inner child, to real-life relatable stories of how human design works to Ayurvedic. Divine Feminine Alchemy is the place for women who want to rediscover that magic in their soul and share it in a safe and empowering environment. Visit our Facebook group or Instagram page. The link will be in the show notes. This episode is sponsored by our new book, Discovering Life's Journey. Receive 20% off when you use the code POD20 on DivineFeminineAlchemyCircle.com. It is also available on Kindle on Amazon. And DFAC's monthly full moon circles, where we practice transmutation rituals together. Reserve your seat at 20% off by using code POD20 at DivineFeminineAlchemyCircle.com/shop.
I went to the park today and I saw a tree upside down, and I thought, oh my gosh, that tree, I'm upside down. So my gut is up.
And let's listen in to learn about Vilma, our group's shaman, one of our co-founders, tree huggers, and lover and illustrator of inner child work. She's also our main author of our book that we have available in our shop. We introduce to you Vilma of @littleless.art. Oh, so Vilma, how are you? And tell us about how you found your transformational spiritual path.
Yeah, okay. Oh, well, I think that this is my life purpose, because I've always been on this transformation path. At least since I can remember, I was like a teenager, and I knew that I had some missing pieces that I was looking for. That now I can see, I know what they are. I mean, I have this theory that when we are born, we are like gods, little gods, and then we lose pieces, and then we spend the rest of our life looking for those pieces. But sometimes we are not aware of that. So, it's like we look for little details that makes us feel better, but we are not aware. I was aware. I mean, I was aware because I was like reading books like Siddhartha. Really deep books, and I was really young. So then I suffered of depression around 25, and so I started like a therapy. So has a big label, like a transformation is needed. So what I can say is that today I know that I have had a very deep like I've been really what's the word, like my upbringing, my parents have conditioned, they have conditioned me deeply, because I have a certain type of energy. So with you, I became really passionate about the human design. So I discovered that I have all these openness in my centers. So it's in my ego, my heart, my emotions. So I'm really open there. So probably there is a big lesson for me, big opportunities for me to learn in this life. And I'm accepting this better now, even if it's been like more than 30 years that I'm on this path of transformation, and still I have so many work to do. But I'm like, yeah, I'm accepting and saying, okay, this is my path. This is my, I have many lessons to learn because of these open centers. And so thank you for the opportunity. Probably I will be like wiser, much wiser than I would be in other circumstances. Yeah, that's pretty much my life. It's been always like on a transformation.
That's really interesting that you were into the deeper readings as a child.
Yeah, and then yeah, when I discovered these wrong patterns in my family, I decided that was really an like aware decision that I wanted to break like this pattern. I didn't want to transmit those things to my children. So yeah, I know that I give a lot of energy to this. This is my career. Usually when they ask me, what do you do? Like, what's your career? I don't have a career. Like, I mean, I have things, but this is my main career. And it takes a lot of energy to go on different directions from what you have lived. So, but I know that it worked because my children are really, really like good children. Yeah, so.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. It's like your soul awakened so much sooner and you're tapped into really being aligned with your soul, even though it might feel difficult in a human body. Like you're,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's for sure.
really accelerating. You're like in college for your soul. You're like, I'm almost there.
Yeah. But it's like, well, for these other like part of life remaining, I would like to tap into the joy rather than into the struggle, because I know that, I mean, balance is important. And if I need to teach something to my children, there's joy. I mean, there's joy.
Yeah. So true. So then out of the all of the different holistic things, what is your favorite as far as your alchemical path
My favorite, I
or
think, is
tool?
yeah. My favorite is, I think, is the one I'm more loyal to, because they've saved me in a certain way, and that's the writing and the drawing. So I would say tap into the creativity. It's always good. It's good for enjoying eh, enjoying details of life, and for mindfulness, for healing, for whatever. So it's like we have this great resource, and it's free.
And
and
it's within us. Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
within us. Yes. So I use this, well, I became aware that I'm using these tools. It's not been a long time, but I've always used them. It's like photography, but I mean mindful photography. It's like I go out for a walk with my phone or whatever tools I have, and then I take pictures of like little flowers or little animals or a leaf, and then I stay there and I look at details. And so yeah, that's mindful. I didn't know that, and it's really huge. I mean, you can be lost for 10 minutes in that thing, and maybe it's spiritual, right? It's more
It
than
is. It's what
yeah,
the Buddhists do. They're
yeah,
mindful in every step and everything they look at.
yeah. So I've been doing that. I mean, always. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really passionate of the inner child. I mean, that's the story from the writing and the drawing brings to the inner child, that tie together everything, like my transformation, my therapies, my tools. And I'm really, really aware of these little child inside of me. And I know that she has, I mean, all the potential to bring to healing and everything. It's like our box for full of treasures. So I push everybody to discover that inner child. Yeah.
Yes. And it's so beautiful. That's one of the most number one impactful ways to heal yourself if you're going through some trauma or exiting or just going through a really rough time in life is focusing on that inner child, like you always remind us to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you have a story about your most woo-woo experience?
I don't know if I have a story, but I know that recently I've started to hug trees and and talk to trees. So maybe that's my most woohoo story. Yeah.
Yes.
It
Tell us
started
about
like
maybe one of your trees.
well, at the beginning of this year, we started, well, in the group, some of us do these things. So we started like this ceremony with like choosing a tree as a guide. And then we often visit the tree when we need to. And then we ask the tree for communicating somehow to us what we need, and then to ask him what he needs. And I can tell it's been amazing. I mean, every time there is something, there is a lesson every time. And yeah, I think combined also with all the other things like the tapping into our intuition, that's like something that allowed me to do this. Because at the beginning I thought, oh, I'm like, it's like in my mind I'm building these things, or but now I know that's all good. It's like I'm connecting somewhere. So this is my my like new experience of who
Yeah.
but I've been always like in aware that nature was good to me. And yeah, there's like in a corner of my mind, I think that in some previous life I've been like I don't know, in some living in some tribe and really connected with nature. And yeah, that's that's also a little bit funny,
I
but
do have intuition that you were like a shaman in a tribe at some in the past. I know you haven't visited your
yeah.
past lives yet, but
No, I haven't. But yeah, when you say that, I laugh, and then at the other side, I think, well, I think it's true. It's really true, because yeah, that's one of my reasons to nurture this community that we are building, because I want to probably rebuild something that I've lived already, and I know that we all need.
yeah.
And yeah, makes sense.
And the
Yes.
things that make the most sense and make the strongest connections to your body, but you don't have any like connection in your head, or it just feels so right, that's usually a little hint to a past life. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vilma. I think that's beautiful.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you for listening today. We look forward to hearing from you. Slide on into our DMs and join our Facebook group, Divine Feminine Alchemy Circle. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe and share with a friend. Would you do us a favor? Would you write a review? When you do, DM us and we will send you a free guided meditation. See you in the next episode.